All right, we're on. I've been told to stop pounding on the desk while recording.
You wanted to do it.
I wasn't
I
even.
saw you.
I didn't even realize I was doing it before, and I'm very sorry.
I went in to edit it and upload it to YouTube. I'm like, man, this is a really bassy opening.
Yeah.
That said, you're not the only one who made mistakes. We will fix things up and get a little tighter as we go on.
Yes. So we'll try to do that. This is Trust Me, It's Good. Unsouled Part 2. Episode 2. What I don't remember. Chapter 6 to 10.
Yeah.
I'm on chapter 11 right now. Unfortunately.
We're not going to discuss chapter 11.
No, we're not. But I am allowed to read chapter 11 the second this episode finishes. So, you know what? It's been great, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed our discussion of chapters 6 to 10. Bye.
Corporate says we got a minimum quota of 20 minutes per episode, so...
Are you corporate?
Yes.
You have no power here.
So, where did we leave off? We left off where...
Me wanting him to slap everybody with the empty palm technique.
And this is why I was talking...
And I got it!
This is why, I was bragging about my poker face. Because I just wanted to be like...
We got it!
Empty palm every motherfucker.
Holy shit, he was empty palming every motherfucker, and he was getting booed for it. I was like, my man! Oh, and I got character traits. Lyndon's is a fucking worm, and I love it.
Yeah. So, that's the one thing I was worried about going into this. I was like, you obviously thought he wasn't much of a character, more of a situation last time.
Yeah, he's a character now.
And I was like, now the thing I took away from this immediately, like same thing. First time I read this, I'm like, this motherfucker's ambitious, like, and he doesn't give a shit.
Oh
so
my
like,
God.
if he says he doesn't have any character after this.
Yeah, no, he's got character now. I admire this man, this boy.
I just...
Because I was saying, like, that would be the most... If I was in his position, I would be just fucking using it on everybody. And, like, that's what he's doing it now. I did want him to use it on, like, random people, too. But I understand, like... I understand the limitations of doing that in a society like theirs. As opposed to the thing I'm forcing... Sorry, I don't want to get down to the actual topic, though. The thing I want to title this episode about... of the fucking, it's a big curtain. I was saying before, like he's got like stuff behind this curtain. He's like, please tell me, let me show you all the shit behind this curtain. I didn't expect space to be behind the fucking curtain. Like, good God, there's so much more shit. There's a constellation of curtains hanging in the sky with other stuff. He's like, all right, now you've entered my hall of curtains. Let me show you all of them. There's no escape.
Behind the world stage, there's a world space elevator.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
I was saying, like, you're gonna get a little bit more of that whole computery thing, and boy howdy, it only gets more interesting from here.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Before you get into any more, I just want to recap, just in case anyone's forgotten, where we left off was basically Lyndon has his little run-in with Waymon Terrace, yeah. And he basically has a little showdown. He ends up having a showdown with Terrace's father, embarrasses him, sees a display of true power from the Jade Elder, and goes, I want that. Now, going into here.
Yeah, Jade Elders sure are powerful. You know what's more powerful than the Jade Elder? Apparently a gold one.
Gold.
Yeah, okay, so can we talk about the fucking dude with white and black wings who fell down from the sky and killed everybody who was powerful? Good God, I freaking, like, cut my eyes on reading those sentences. It was so fucking edgy. Like, oh my God.
The emo, like, the fucking edgiest what's it called? Like, visual J?
I don't know, man. But this is like everybody's first D&D character. Like, it's like, oh yeah, so he's got like fucking black and white with wings and shit. Like, he's like gonna like Goku punch everybody and whatnot.
He's got like silver gilded black outfit, and he's like,
I hope to God there's no fan art of this guy.
Like, hold on 1 sec, just let me just expand my 30-foot wings. Dude.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Thankfully, like, Lyndon was very grounded, so I was like, okay. with it, and I was like, oh, he's gonna fucking punch the dude. I'm like, that might actually go very well. I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. And I was like, oh.
About as well as I expected.
About as well as I expected.
Did you actually see him just completely floundering it?
Yeah, he got fucked. He got ultra. There was no word in the English language or how fucked he got. I don't know the full details yet. All I know is he's like missing his legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, some people describe this as young adult, this series. Like, I'm sorry, we're 10 chapters in and we just got a visual description of him, like, trying to kind of hold his guts in.
Yeah, it's one of my second favorite bitch slaps in all of fantasy fiction. The first one I will not mention because it is a big spoiler for a random series that you will not bring up either.
No,
but if you have read it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was a big fan of the bitch slap. Wait, is he holding his guts in? I didn't get that. I thought his legs were just gone.
Okay,
is he dead?
I mean, he just lost his legs, dude.
I mean, like, you can live without your legs.
You could, yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I really want to read chapter 11. All right, cool. Yeah, because like
fantasy world, anything can happen.
Yeah, freaking. I like Lyndon's dad. I want to call him Lindad because I don't remember his actual name. I don't remember anybody's actual name.
Is this because of like the drinking scene after their whole show?
Yeah. I love it. I remember Lyndon's name and I remember Kelsa's name, and I literally don't remember anybody else's.
John's his dad.
Yes, what you said. What you just said right now.
I remember a lot more this time. I now watch me fuck everything.
I'm really bad with names. I'm very
it's okay.
Wooshy-washy about the whole thing.
Wooshy-washy. No, okay. I'm changing. We're calling this episode Wooshy-washy. No, just kidding.
No, we'll save that for later. I'm assuming there'll be much more wooshy-washy things later. What else is there to talk about? Like,
so I'm curious. You mentioned in the last episode that kind of sounds like a computer speaking regarding the whole report aspect.
Yeah.
The way it was like delivered like a report and said, "Would you like to continue? Yes, no, denied." What did you expect to come of that?
I don't know. I still don't know what I'm expecting to come of it. Like, I think it's neat that like whoever it is that's like watching this planet, it's apparently called Cradle or something like that, like can see temporal distortions and like know things that are going to happen and whatnot. Like, I don't know. There's like a lot of like. I like how there's tidbits of like in these like 5 chapter segments we're doing, there's always like at least one chapter that's just like, here's a bunch of random exposition that like doesn't make sense, and like for you to just chew on and know that there's like I love those chapters, but they could also literally be replaced with, there is random space shit going on. Don't worry about it, just so that for later on when somebody aside from this gold guy literally falls from the sky like can do something. Like I imagine, like, man, I just really want to fucking read chapter 11. Like,
we could just go listen to chapter 11 on. By the way, I'll get onto that in a second here. We are actually reading the audiobook. We're not reading the physical book this time. And I like to just say I am very impressed with Travis Baldry, the audiobook narrator. I Googled him and I found out he's actually like, he's founded multiple video game companies and he's behind some really decent video games, like pretty good video games.
Man, I like how he talked with his cheeks. There's like this one, the one, not the elder, the patriarch, who's like, I just imagine him as being very fat. There's one he talks like this. like kinda. I was like, this guy is like trying to grill Lennon while stuffing like a donut in his face. I wanted to believe that the guy recording is just like either doing a very good job of trying to act out like what this guy would look like, or is just very hungry during recording, because voice actors do not make a lot of money.
Seeing as
free catering.
I've read the series, so I don't mind spoilers. So I've actually seen him do a demo of like some of his voice acting, like how he approaches voice acting for different characters in future books. And as he's doing the demonstration, it's a video demonstration, you can see him like, he actually, not only does he get into character, he gets in like physical, he changes his physical form to do certain voices. Like he'll like strain and jut out his neck to do certain characters, and he looks like he's actually just grown jowls the way he's
he just grows jowls.
Yeah, the way he postures himself is just like he pretty much transforms into the jowls themselves almost.
I want to act, but I'm a shapeshifter and I don't want anyone to know. I know. I'll do voice acting. And no one will know I'm some kind of weird amorphous blob that can shapeshift.
Yeah, no, Travis is pretty awesome. He's like a game designer. I think he's got like programming background. He's does the business side of things, and now he's like a a narrator too.
It's great. And no one knows he's like a Cronenberg monster. It's amazing. No one knows I'm a Cronenberg monster.
But yeah, so I'm curious. So you were kind of right with one of your predictions.
I guess so.
That this is all technically complications from his initial kind of fight, in a way.
Yeah.
Not directly related, but a lot of it coming up to this. Where do we go from now with your predictions? Because you were kind of off with some of it.
Man, can I just like tell like the comparison though that like I had for like this tournament? It's like, you
Yes.
remember where like it's like you're in elementary school and you have all your buddies have bought like a fighting game and like nobody knows the fucking buttons because they're all very new to it, and then this one fucking kid in your group like figures out this like one really fucking cheap move to do with his like Mad Catz controller and like it's working for some fucking reason and he just keeps spamming it over again. That's kind of what I felt like this was like, and it's like the older brother too, so like he's like, stop beating up these children and you're fucking dumb.
I never actually lived in that world, like the weird middle ground that you kind of just quickly get over between casual home games and then the tournament scene. Like I've never been in that weird ground where like someone's uttered the words like turbo button is illegal, and I wish I could have experienced that.
You've never been to a tournament where turbo buttons are legal?
I've never, not once in my life, like I've always had like, everyone's played with the kid who's like cheated or had like the better controller, but I've never heard anyone be like, you got a fucking turbo button. And I'm sad about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to make that dream a reality at this point, or a
Yeah.
nightmare, whatever it is you want to consider. Anyway, predictions. Predictions. I want to know more about space. That's something I know is gonna happen. It's gonna have to explain about space. Fuck, I have no idea what to predict at this point. Like everybody's fucking dead. Like, is like Kelsa the main character now? Like, the book's called Unsouled. Like, he's gotta be alive. Like,
Well, okay, as we can see from like this extreme turn of events, it's a fantasy book. Anything can happen. So
I really want him to be like.
darts.
Like, even though like I kind of like Lyndon now, I want him to be dead just because of the fact that like the book is called Unsouled, and if the guy dies in like the first fucking 10 chapters, that would be like the greatest fucking prank. It'd be like if you had a book called like The Adventures of Tim, and Tim is getting disemboweled in chapter 2 and dies.
It's funny you mentioned The Adventures of Tim. A lot of people really ingrained in the community are going to find that really funny. It's completely unrelated to any context here, but yeah, you'll find out event.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Tim.
But it's been good so far. It's really hard to predict like what's gonna happen in the next 5 chapters.
Just go at it. We need at least one.
Okay, all right. What is going to happen next? I think Kelsa is going to take a way bigger role. I think she's going to have a point of view chapter, considering the fact that we saw another point of view during like that first like bit, so we know that there's changings of points of view. Well, actually, we knew it previously because it did a previous brief point of view for like the fox or whatever.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that we're gonna get a Kelsa point of view chapter, and she's gonna go full like I have to avenge my family like deal. It's like a prediction I have for the next 5 chapters. I think Lyndon is gonna be like dealing with the fact. I think Lyndon's not dead. He's definitely gonna be like a cripple though, and he's gonna be dealing with the fact that like not only am I unsouled, I'm also unsouled. Wiggling his non-existent feet.
As if he wasn't already crippled enough. Like
Yeah.
he literally said,
That's what,
I'm pretty much a cripple is what he did.
yeah, no, he's literally unsouled now. I'd kick the shit out of me if I heard that. Oh wait, he can't.
So we got, so you think we're going to have a Kelsa perspective chapter?
Yeah, I think she's going to take on a way bigger role. I want her to be carrying Lyndon around at some point. That's
Just like C-3PO style, just in a backpack.
Yeah, just in a backpack. I want the Lyndon bag.
He's like, hey, you know what? Maybe if we find like a really good sacred artist, we can like glue your legs to it.
Yeah, we'll make a like revenant leg thing going. Get in the bag, Lyndon. Get in the bag. Lyndon, get in the bag.
And yeah, so I think he's not dead, and we're gonna be doing a Kelsa chapter. Okay. What do you want to see?
I don't even know what I want to say. I want to know what the fuck is going on with space. It's literally anything. Give me anything.
Go to space. Show me space.
Oh yeah, they were talking about like space magic and shit, and they're like, "Isn't space magic like not able to happen? Isn't that like a physical impossibility?
Well, what do you mean? I might have missed this. Space magic?
They were talking about some random people who were like trying to practice Madra and put it into space, or something. like that.
Yeah, like create like a space. Yeah, basically like a spatial Madra, but it's not really possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Find that one out.
I want to know more about space magic. I want to know more about where Space Chad came from as he came down and just started like literally beating the shit out of everybody.
Space Chad and Space Stacy.
Oh my god. He just fucking came down and just like, oh, alright, yeah, that's cool. You guys just like, line up. I don't want to waste all day. Just gotta come down here and all fight me at once. It's alright.
Actually, that's a good point. Where do you think Space Stacy comes in? Like,
I don't know. Like, she's like, this is like the space girl, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her, other than like the first sentence I read in chapter 11, because I was definitely like it like bled into that, and I was like, oh shit, like I better turn it off. As I'm like slowly moving my hand towards the pause button. Oh no, I'm finding out information about chapter 11.
I can't let this stand 20 seconds.
Oh, your hand slipped. My screen locked. I have to move all the way over to the other button and unlock it.
I think it's good to clarify, just in case anyone's confused. When we say Space Chat, we're talking about Lee Markuth, and Space Stacy is Surreal. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name?
So you basically, you literally can't decide on a direction for your own desires. So you just want to see more space, see what she's all up to.
Yeah.
Space Chat's gonna.
Well, there's no like unresolved like conflict, right? I mean, there's plenty of conflict that's unresolved, but there's no like immediate like thing that there's gonna be repercussions for the characters. They've gotten their repercussions now.
Yeah.
That is a thing that happened. He was like, I'm gonna try and punch the max level dude with my fucking wooden sword and my novice gear.
Fuck.
It's fine. I just made this character. I can make another.
But yeah, so that's that. We are gonna be eagerly. We're just gonna like listen. You want to just listen to that after like this is done?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Just listen to that because it's a good chapter. We will be back with chapters 11 to 15 next week, next Friday. Sorry, no, that'll be chapter. This will be this. Yes. No. Wait. I'm confused. Yeah. Next week will be chapters 11 to 15. So every Friday we're releasing new episodes.
Is it every Friday?
It's every Friday. I just released the first one today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you've got a timeline.
Oh, okay, cool. I guess I have to free up my Fridays now.
No, we could like do. Yeah. Anyway.
How many chapters are in this book?
This.
What the fuck? Enough is not a number.
This will be 5 episodes.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
5 episodes in total?
So for the last bit, just because it's an awkward number of chapters, I just said the rest. You might have missed that on the document. We have
a document?
1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, the rest.
That is like the
That's
most...
like I literally like.
This is the most ominous version of the word "the rest."
Just don't worry, okay?
I feel like I should worry about it. But all right, cool. Yeah, so we have that many episodes.
Yeah, and then if you like it, we can jump into the next book.
Yeah, probably. I think it's a good idea. I mean, like, I want to read this series, so like, I'm gonna be reading it basically at the pace that we're already doing this, because I read stuff very slowly. For some reason. But yeah, so far I'm really, really down for this series. I like it a lot. I want to know more about the other kinds of Madra. Like, I just know about the empty one and the dream one. The dream one's pretty good. I like it.
The curtain's big.
I believe you. I have never believed you more.
You saw the space elevator, so I mean.
I have never believed you more.
Anyway,
All right.
Space Chad. We'll see you next week.
Yep. All right. Cool. Where's the off button? It's over here.